Hello, welcome to the Sulk stream. I'm your host, ye old incredible Sulk. I hope you guys are doing good today. Let's see if I can actually bring up what I wanted to bring up. Not even a part of it. Doesn't even matter. How's it going, guys? It's Friday. We're hanging out on a Friday. We're going to be chill. We're going to welcome the weekend, and we're doing 4 hours tonight. We're going to be 2 hours of the regular show and then another 2 hours of premium after that. So if you want to donate, go ahead and pitch those subs. You know, those gifted subs. They really they help everybody get across that line, and you know, it's also good for me. So thanks for coming. We're going to keep it loose today. I got some things on the docket that we're going to be playing with and watching, but yeah. Welcome to the Friday show. I know I need a haircut. And I plan on getting a haircut soon, but it's been a week, you know. I feel like I'm just so busy all the time. No time to rest. But I want to, and I'm probably gonna. A lot. Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome. Get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bottle of gin. Just drink a straight up bottle of, you know what? Just drink moonshine. It's gonna be one of those nights. So just rock and roll. Who cares? Yeah. If you're working, keep working. If you are driving, please continue to drive safely and get home and hit the like button and share and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go follow me on Rumble. And if you're on my Rumble, my Rumble is The Incredible Sulk. It's all one word. If you want to go to YouTube, follow me at Incredibly Sulky on YouTube. Same title. Anyways. Yeah, let's just get going. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is a Sulk stream. And this is called Neuromuscular Aim Assist. Yeah, we're starting weird tonight. Enjoy.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I turned 30 the other day. And
so it's some sort of torture device, I'm pretty sure.
I've been feeling a bit washed.
I'm not doing that.
Not muted.
Statistically speaking, my reaction time's about to take a massive.
Not even a little bit muted, I'm pretty sure. And don't mess with me like that because you know I'll believe you.
Dump. So it got me thinking. Our muscles contract based on electrical signals they receive from our brain. So what if
I guess I'll give you some background about what he's doing. He's trying to cheat at Counter-Strike, but he's not doing it in the way where he like has an aimbot, like. But he's doing it with his arm. He's putting in like one of those shocker things to move his arm. I mean, you'll see what happens.
Hijack that signal, and instead of listening to my slow human brain, have it listen to something else.
Yep.
Can I make my muscles have the fastest reaction time in the world?
Whoa! Okay.
Sponsored by Micro Center.
So he's just gonna fry himself.
Location coming soon.
It's actually a pretty interesting video, and I thought I'd go down with like engineering. I like some engineering videos. They're pretty interesting.
To Phoenix, Arizona. There are three major components to this setup. One, a PC running a program that can find where enemies are on the screen. It's not.
Shimo says cheating at video games. Who is he? Elon Musk? Does he cheat? What does he play? Does he play PoE or does he play Diablo? It's one of those games. Does he cheat or does he have like an intern play it for him?
Cheats. I mean, I don't want to cheat. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cheat. Two, I need a way to send shocks to my muscles at specific wavelengths or whatever to make the muscles contract and move my arm in different directions.
Nope.
And three, I need a little
just juice that. So basically he's tasing himself to make himself better at Counter-Strike, which is what I've been trying to do this entire time. You know, I'm not trying to tase people because of the pure joy involved in tasing somebody and watching them writhing on the ground. I'm trying to make them better at video games. Obviously, right? Jess is happy because she got her cat. She got her kitten. We went and picked it up, and that's, you know, now she's happy, and it's in the bathroom. Seems like a friendly cat. So far. I'll bring him out on camera. At some point.
Single board computer to interpret the knot hacks into shockeys
Hey,
in a very
Christian.
specific way to turn my arm quickly in the right direction. So theoretically, if I do everything properly, I'm the fastest in the world. But not by cheating, because it's my muscles, okay? I just use...
I don't know. We might play some video games later, too. I don't know. We'll feel it out. Fridays are my day. And I'm here for 4 hours. So, real loose with it.
some science and engineering
Real
to kind of
loose
soup
with
them up a little bit. How about get
Real loose with it. Like, usually my shows are like this, but tonight it's going to be like that. That kind of loose.
13 out of 30? Let's go.
It's going to be gapingly loose
My
tonight.
average reaction time was about 200 milliseconds.
Mr. Farts, I don't know what we're going to call him. We're still working on that.
Measuring the amount of frames that it took at 120 frames per second for my hand to start moving.
Flipbig says I've had those muscles stem on my knee a long time ago. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had one that he would put on his abs to those fucking lazy boomer infomercial things, right? Where they put the electric shocker on there and then they lay in bed and they get abs. And I put that on and I was like, oh my God, this is going to I'm going to crap myself. I'm going to crap my pants. It's you're going to crap your pants. Yeah. I mean, they didn't make me buff or anything like that, but they're a ridiculous thing. They're ridiculous.
Once an enemy was visible. Some of these cracked out young chaps are getting like 150 milliseconds or sometimes even slightly lower.
That's nutty. I hate kids playing video games because I remember when I was a kid playing video games and I had super sharp reaction time. Not that my reaction time is bad now by any means, but like some of these kids, dude. And some of them are like Koreans and stuff. I can't compete with that. They're basically robots as it is.
So ideally, I want to beat the
I can't
cracked out
do
young chaps
anything about that.
with some science. Okay, little freaking dinguses. Okay,
Those
you
dinguses.
little twerps. So the setup looks like this. First, I got a Raspberry Pi from Micro Center and got it set up controlling 4 relays from commands I could send over the Wi-Fi.
All the red lights should turn off.
I guess Micro Center is a thing. Back in my day, we had Radio Shack. And makes me sound old. But I used to like the Radio Shack. They had all kinds of things. Didn't know what to do with it, but I thought they were cool.
Hey, how about that, baby?
And that's really it for the Raspberry Pi. That'll give me control over whatever circuits we use later to electrocute my arm. Now, the
Nice.
server PC program will need to scan all the pixels on the screen and find human-shaped objects using what's called YOLO computer vision. Then, we can determine the distance and direction of the detected object relative to the center crosshair while gaming. With that information, it could tell the Raspberry Pi which circuit to open and for how long. So if the enemy's to the left, it opens this relay, and if it's to the right, it opens a different one.
And
So theoretically, I just needed to connect.
This seems like a bad idea. Like, I know kids are gonna start using this and it's gonna burn out their muscles somehow. It's gonna cause permanent damage. I'm sure.
These relays to circuits that are shocking my arm in those.
Remember Blockbuster? Oh, of course I do. Of course I remember the Friday nights at the Blockbuster picking a movie and you're all like, oh, I heard this one was good. And sometimes it's just like the cover art and you'll be like, oh, I bet this is good. And then you bring it home and you're like, oh, this was not good. I was part of it. It was like a thing where and you'd sit there and you'd watch a movie and you wouldn't scroll on your phone or anything like that. I don't even have my phone. The days before Twitter. They're nostalgic. Were they better? I mean, I guess so. I mean, I like my life better now, but, life for everybody back then was just kind of better.
Those directions.
position the shockies on my arm in such
Just one arm. Yeah, so they can use the jerking arm, right? So they have their gaming arm, and then they have the jerking arm. And so they just do that. In an internet cafe. Asians, man. Frozen probably does that with all of his time.
a way that it moves my arm
What
in
else
the
is he
proper direction.
So how do you contract a muscle with an external electric signal? You could risk your life building one from scratch. You got a bunch of resistors and capacitors.
Yep.
Or buy an EMS 10s unit. These are designed for muscle stimulation sending super fast, tiny little pulses of high voltage to your chosen muscle groups with these little electrodes.
I want like an involuntary wrist movement.
Personally, I find it unpleasant.
So is this going to turn into a jerk off machine? I know he's like using this technology to like cheat at video games, and that's fine because I don't care about Counter-Strike or anything like that. But I feel like this is going to turn into a jerk off machine. Some guy's going to be like light bulb, and then he's gonna crank up the grip, right? Crank up like to superhuman grip strength, right? So it just makes his head all purple. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, this is it." And it's like the Strangerator, the Stranger Machine. I think that's going to be a good. That'll work. Gooner tech, you know, it's the wave of the future.
It's tingly, and I don't like
Gooner
that.
tech.
Oh, dude!
I'd
I
invest.
feel really dumb that this is shocking me.
However, Olivia's little brother couldn't get enough of it.
Dude, you gotta let go. You gotta
What?
stop.
So he kindly volunteered to help find the specific muscle groups
You want to be the test?
Yes, whatever I go to, you go to.
All right, dude. Whatever you go to.
to get the desired hand movement.
Get.
Basically, I needed to locate the specific muscle that needed to
Is that like his nephew?
contract, and then you place the electrodes on where the nerves enter that muscle.
Christian says everything's a jerk off machine if you're gooner enough. No, that's not true. That's not you can't fill like a toilet paper tube with like broken glass and be like, look, my goon machine. My my strokerator. No. I mean, like, if you're psychotic and like you want the pain, you're like a masochist like that, but that's a hospital trip every time. And you know how many stitches that is? I don't know, but a lot. I would imagine a lot.
muscle, and then somewhere along the muscle itself.
Be like, wow, that's a sexy looking belt grinder. I'm gonna stick my dick in that. No, man. There's only certain things you can use to goon. I mean, if you want to get creative, you could use like one of those, you know, those like toys that were like, you know, would slip out of your hand, and you know what I'm talking about. You try to goon with those, but I mean, I wouldn't.
and then it stimulates
Not me.
the nerve, contracts the muscle,
Oh, you just start to flex that muscle.
which we can turn on and off with a relay.
Foot says crushes peen into smushed Vienna sausage. Just turns it into links, right? So you have like a fat part and then like a really skinny part and then another fat part. Like you twisted it up like a balloon animal. Oh my god.
that program. is
A
scanning
Fifi?
for enemies.
Footpick says Fifi, which is prison lingo for an engineered prison vagina. I mean, they got all kinds of prison tech.
When
I wanna see if I can find some prison tech.
It activates this switch. When it turns that on, it should flex my muscles so that my hand moves to the right and aims towards the enemy on the right. This is a controlled electrocution to make my reaction time inhuman. I will be the fastest in the world. So flip it on and then right back off.
This was one of my dumber decisions, handing Gideon a switch to electrocute me.
Turn
Yeah.
it on and then right back off. But I didn't know you were gonna go.
Okay, I'm sorry, but okay, I want to watch this for a second. This is top 10 inmate inventions. And I'm popping around, right? It's Friday. My Friday. Our Friday. I'm a certified chef in the streets.
Strawberry cheese, Danish, and cheesecake, another Danish, a honey bun, and put peanut butter between all this stuff. You got your cookies.
Was that the guy on She's So Raven? Was that something brown?
Cookies right here. This how you make a cookie dough. What's that? Best way to crush it down is on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody get to eat like this. You know what I'm saying?
It's just amazing some of the ingenuity that the guys have in here. I mean, they can turn nothing into something in just
Fruity
a second.
Pebble and ramen burritos. Ew. Ew. People will chop off their own legs for a fetish. Yeah, they will. They sure will. I mean, but would you stick your dick in a toilet paper roll filled with glass? I know not you, but some people out there, they crazy like that, right? They crazy like that.
It's so neat, the things you see here. Like, it's talent. I mean, it really is.
Why you got beads in your hair? The rubber bands?
Chocolate chip cookies. He's gonna make some dough. The water gonna make the dough. That chunk's too big.
These guys get real creative, you know, being locked up. You find a lot of creative things to do.
Couldn't find a job in the streets, so decided to create crimes. But here, now that he's in here, he's making cookie dough.
That's my narrator right there. Keep going, my guy. See the train.
Ew! It looks terrible.
World to learn something we in the coffee right now. Place it on top.
What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a honey bun.
Y'all never seen like that before?
Cheese angels. There's a cheesecake right here.
So when he was out on the street, I imagine he was one of those doctors or lawyers or engineers. You know how like CNN's always talking about like these people are doctors and shit. Nah. Nah. It's pronounced screets. I'm sorry. When he's out in the streets. Yeah. When he's out in the streets, he's a chef. Yeah. Now he's doing 25 to life for killing his girlfriend. And they make a mean honey bun. What the fuck is this? What is this? It looks like shit. I bet it actually doesn't taste that bad because somebody actually already made the ingredients to taste good on their own. But he's like, yeah, let's just make it look like I'm going to let him cook. I'm going to literally let him cook because I want to see where he's going with this. Honey bun French toast would be amazing. Yeah, it would. That sounds really good. That would be really good. Honey buns are like 1,000 calories a piece, though. I mean, like, I could eat a honey bun, but like, boy, you can't make that a regular thing. Is this why prisoners get so fat? I always like wonder, like, you're doing life in prison. How'd you get so fat in there? What are you doing? Eating honey buns. Just tons and tons of honey buns.
And this is where your hand's gonna play right here.
I'm a certified chef. I love to cook. I love what I do. I know a lot of people eat with their eyes, so I'm all into my work, dressing my food.
That's my life.
Beautiful. Wow, the presentation.
I'm gonna get the third bite right here. I'm gonna show you how to walk.
It doesn't look good. It looks disgusting.
Even though it's fruity, you know what I'm saying? You add the peanut butter to it. Peanut butter protein. You know what I'm saying? When I work out, so I need that protein. It sticks to your bones.
All right, we're going to come back to this. I want to watch the Ambot guy more.
So it worked. I was giving a computer vision program.
He's not certified? Whoa. I mean, no way. No way he's not certified. He's not a certified prison chef. Certified serial killer. I mean, there was serial.
Control of
He
my
killed it.
muscles to create neuromuscular aim assist.
All right, I've got
Not cheating, by the way.
my emergency shutoffs.
I assembled it all together, added some
A self-taser.
emergency switches,
Which I can respect.
contemplated its safety for
I
a
can
weekend,
respect.
and then it was time
Not hacks. .py. All
for the first actual test.
right, here we go. Ah!
I was hoping it was going to show jailmade Fifis. I was kind of hoping too, because I don't need jail recipes. Is there a Fifi section? Is there a Fifi section where we'll peruse through it? We got plenty of time. We got time today, boys. We got time.
Dude! Oh my goodness!
It's still pretty slow because he has to work his own finger.
Shut up! Shut up! Oh my goodness, dude! That was freaky. That was freaky, dude. It's like something was grabbing me.
The software, Raspberry
It's
Pi,
a ghost.
relays, everything worked exactly as expected. I had successfully reacted to an enemy
Farrell needs jail recipes.
in-game in under 100
I
milliseconds.
can make that happen.
Inhuman fastest in the world. Right here, you can see the light actuate. Boom.
Recipes.
Arm immediately starts moving. Oh, arm immediately starts moving. But you might have noticed I was whiffing everything. What good is reaction time if you're gonna miss? And I didn't finish. I freaked out like time-traveling Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay. Let's look at some jail recipes. All right. So let's go back to the chat. Okay. So Chanel is Chanel's black beans and beef. There's, get out of here, Chef Gary's spicy pulled pork prison pizza. Ooh, I bet that's good. Andrew's sweet and spicy. Okay, I have to see what's on the pulled pork pizza. They give the, dude, whenever you look up a recipe, there's always like this whole prologue about like, well, when I was at my grandmother's cabin on the lake during summertime, when I was a little girl, you know, she suffered a lot of PTSD because she was a child during World War II, and she had to escape, but she didn't get to eat a lot. And this is a little recipe that she made out of cockroaches and dead rats. We kind of adjusted it since then because we can't get those ingredients, but it's just as good. But this is all in pizza. This is all in prison. So it's like, I was getting raped in the ass by Boo Boo. And he was like, after he was finished and I was bleeding internally, he was like, yo, bitch, make me something to eat. So I ordered some honey buns from the commissary. And I shanked one of the new fish and stuff like that. And then, you know, I stole his clothes. And then I used it as a cheesecloth. And I made this wonderful fromage. Yeah, that's the French word for cheese. And then stop. Just stop. Just stop. Okay, so on the pulled pork pizza is a 4 ramen soups, flavor of your choice, crushed to rice-like texture, 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers, crushed, obviously, 1 bag of cheese puff, also crushed, creamy chipotle sauce, bag egg noodles, cooked a little al dente. You got to keep it a little al dente. That means toothy. Bottle of sharp cheddar cheese squeeze. 2 dill pickles, cubed. 1/4 cup of pickle juice. 2 6-ounce packages of sliced pepperoni. Albacore tuna and water. Barbecue sauce. Blue cheese. Okay. It doesn't look... I don't think it's good. I'm just going to go ahead and... that's my son. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this into the chat. Okay, all right. And go.
So I came back the next day and just decided to turn it up a little bit and do it again, make myself finish the test so I could compare it to the control test.
Hit speed and just do the best
Christian says we don't care about your vagina. Just give us the recipe. Exactly.
that I can do.
Go.
Christian says I will not be saving the link. Pass. No. I insist you save the link. Save the link.
Like, what is going on in there?
You never know, Christian. You know, you'd be like, I don't commit crimes. I'm not going to be in prison to where I need a prison cookbook. But you never know. You know, you could be you especially. Like thought crimes could be a thing, and they're gonna throw your ass in jail for thought crimes. I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna lead my own little ministry, my own cult, and I'll be like, this is some bullshit, and I'll be saying the N-word and stuff like that. But the black guys will be cool with it. They'll be like, yeah, it's cool, man, and because I'll become, you know, like their leader.
I ran through the test.
You know? Okay, just in case.
Target is insane. Dude.
And the results were...
It looks insanely painful. I'm not talking about this. Playing Counter-Strike. Never could get into Counter-Strike. I tried playing it. I'm like, this sucks. This is a sucky game.
Oh my! Look away! Look away! 7. I turned it up and got even worse. I can turn off.
Yeah, turn that shit off.
It makes you worse.
So theoretically, I have the fastest reaction.
Is he a cyborg? And what is that? 4D batteries? It's a lot of power.
time in human history right now.
But because of the pain, I'm worse at the game.
After my mental breakdown, I figured out what was going on.
What, bro?
My reaction time was all over the board. On some of the shots, I had inhuman reactions. My hand would start moving within 100 milliseconds, and then the combination of seeing the enemy with my eyes and feeling the shock on my arm made my natural reaction time quicker as well. So when my human brain kicked in, my hand was already moving towards the target, and it was nuts.
Okay.
And then on other ones, they're just kind of mediocre.
Ah, shit, I forgot to pick up the package. I'm sorry, dude. We got the cat and stuff. Yeah, blame Jess. That was Jess's fault.
I found that two major things were happening. One, the Raspberry Pi sometimes would take 100 milliseconds to kick in. This meant that I was basically just getting shocked at the same time that I would normally react.
Try to, message me during the day, and I'll see if I can, because I should have gotten it today. I just totally forgot about it.
Which is just a bummer. This big blue circle is actually a dead zone designed to prevent just that. The other issue is that in this specific test mode, I'm anticipating the enemies. I know that every 2 seconds there's another enemy on the screen, so my arm's all flexed up and tense, which is resisting the contraction of the muscle that's supposed to move my arm. The same way, if someone's about to push you,
it's a
you
big
lean
cat.
into.
Yeah,
there are two very clear solutions here.
We got the cat, and we're gonna bring it on camera probably when the kids go to sleep.
For the latency, you go to Micro Center, and for the anticipation, well, you go full naked.
How Sir Farts of Tooting Shire adjusting. He's just like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? And then the baby's crying, and then we have the dog, right? We have Dudley, and he's just a big ass idiot. He's not dangerous in any way. He's just I want to see. Dudley, get out of here. That's what you're telling him. He gets sad, right? He's got eyebrows, and he makes sad faces. He's fine though.
Jakey and go into matchmaking. I get to game.
I know
with
they
my
esport.
buddies.
I know they esport. I know they esport Counter-Strike. I understand that. I just didn't like it. I didn't like Counter-Strike. But I did get. What did I get today? I got Borderlands today. Borderlands 4, and I played it for a couple hours. It's good. I've been having fun.
Hours a week. I got 12 kids now. I've got to make the most out of those 3 hours. Okay?
Big B says, I'm late. Did you get farts? Yes. We're not. Okay, I was going to make a joke about, how'd you know I have Indian food? But, no, the cat, yeah, we got the cat. It's in the room over there, and he's, adjusting, and he got his balls chopped off, right before he picked him up. So we got to kind of let him chill out a little bit. You know? You got to let him, adjust. You know
what I didn't have when I was 17? More.
Will my PC play it? Yeah, I got a 4090 in this bad boy. And this thing will run anything.
Than $3 and a semi-in-depth understanding of electronics in such a way that I could develop neuromuscular aim assist. Okay?
This is for a man. A real man. I'm a great big boy.
At first, I thought lowering the latency would be as simple as upgrading the computer. What I had yet to consider is that going into matchmaking meant I needed my program to
Oh,
differentiate.
are you talking about Borderlands? I got Borderlands on PS5. It's a PS5 Pro, and I haven't had an issue. Seems perfectly optimized to me. I have not had a single issue. You know, no narrow FOV or like no problems. But I know a lot of people have been having issues. Not me.
Teammates from enemies. Otherwise, I'd just get constantly shocked. First, I tried
Yeah, they put cones on cats. We have to put a cone on him.
to make the program search above the bounding box for a
Honey, put the cone on him. I don't know if she's done that yet.
nameplate. All my teammates will have their name above their head, right? That made it run really, really slow.
Very stuttery.
And I still barely know what I'm doing. So after a few hours, I scrapped that idea and then went on to try and differentiate teammates from enemies using color. So within the bounding box of the human-shaped object, I'd have it try and differentiate like greens and blues for CT side, and then yellows and browns for the T side.
Nice. Nice. Teammates.
The system I built for Micro Center, it's got a 9950 X3D, pretty serious amount of RAM. Like, it was eating its Wheaties.
Excellent. And it's fast. That's teammates. Okay, let's go check the other side.
But I just couldn't get it to be consistent.
As soon as we see a CT, it should start actuating the relays. Well, it thinks they're teammates too. What the heck, man?
The final solution made me feel pretty dumb. So instead of having the computer vision just search for humanoid-shaped objects,
Thinking bald guy. I can't get it to not detect this. Thinking bald guy.
I could just get a different YOLO model that already differentiates the two, built by all the cheaters.
Using cheater. He's not cheating, but he is using cheater software. It's destroying 5090s? Really? I've heard about that where it's like, how do you destroy a 5090? Like what? Oh, like running them like so hot? What is? It's all cell shaded. It doesn't even look all that impressive. It just kind of looks like Borderlands 3, honestly. Not, I don't know. That's bad optimization.
I didn't know I was using a generic model, and so I need to switch to using like an actual pre-trained model for CS2 game characters.
I'm not using it to cheat, though.
I'm gonna modify not hacks to use, because it's not hacks, to use the new CS2 model.
I don't know if I've mentioned that. I'm not cheating. They're cheating.
Teammates! Woo, yippee! I'm not gonna get shocked. Well, I mean, I will. I'll go to this other side, and it should just automatically... Oh, that's so much better than the freaking color system I was trying to build myself, dude.
Leo, what are you saying? He says, easy. Sometimes it can be a shitty rig. Power supply not right. What rig? What rig are you talking about? Sorry, did I miss something? My rig's great. It's just I don't run anything that's like newer than... I mean, like, let me look at my Steam. I never run anything that's even somewhat out of the range. Like, everything I run is, like, super easy. 10 years old at least. Yeah, Hitman and, like, RimWorld and shit. Soma, Subnautica. There's really not a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, I did Ready or Not. I didn't have a problem with that. I've had no issues.
Oh, let's go!
I mean, should I get a game that actually like tests this bad boy?
Enemies!
I should. I honestly should.
I slapped in a stinking Micro Center 5090 in this bad boy, and so we were done with latency.
Oh, that's so much better. Look like it immediately detects them. Boom! Shocked! Fast reaction time.
Latency resolved. Can tell the teammates from enemies. But there was one more thing I haven't told you guys about.
But now it's time, I think. I think now's the moment.
People running 4K. This isn't a custom rig. This is a pre-build, but I don't know. It's got like an i9 and an i9 and like a 4090 in it. And it doesn't have all that much RAM, but it's got plenty of RAM for what I need.
Neuromuscular trigger bot.
The 5090s have been having capacitor issues with certain power supplies and melted cords. Really? I mean, like, well, I mean, imagine the power that's going into those things. They didn't think that through. They didn't do enough testing before they put that out.
Okay, I will not. Oh, okay.
I found the specific.
I bet it can't run Crysis. I bet it can, but look, I know about Crysis. I know how you can like ram the settings up super high, so like, you know, a super computer can't run Crysis if you like put the settings way, way high. But for normal play, I'm sure I could easily run Crysis.
Muscle that flexes my trigger finger.
I did not choose to press my trigger finger there. It did it for me.
And then when the crosshair in-game goes over an enemy's head, it should click my finger for me.
Oh, baby. This is gonna...
I wonder if you could put these all over your body and like download Kung Fu. And so you'd be like, I know Kung Fu. But you don't actually know Kung Fu. It's just a computer that's telling you to do Kung Fu. You don't know it. The computer knows Kung Fu. You're just doing Kung Fu. I bet you can. I bet. What am I doing thinking about like Gooner applications, right? Well, I bet I can make this thing jerk me off. Well, I bet it can make me learn Kung Fu, which would be pretty sweet. Way sweeter than gooning, right? Just an auto arm. I'm like, it's out of control again. No! What are you going to do? Just let it flap around until the battery dies?
It's going to work.
But there was a massive problem.
Carbon says, kind of like the recent Intel CPUs that constantly crashed. Didn't hear about those. And they had to come out with a new line of CPUs that were slower.
Can't just take these into matchmaking. It's like, I'm a YouTuber. I would say not cheats, but some people might consider these cheats. And so what I did was... I just took it into matchmaking. You gotta get over here. But before I go into matchmaking, I gotta tell you about this computer. You might have noticed that it has Linux installed. And I'm not yet a true Linux.
Linux? You're running Linux? Okay, we get it. You run... Dude, Linux runners are like vegans. They always tell you they're running Linux. No, I don't want to run Linux. I understand that it's like, oh, it's so much better, bro. I'm not going to sit there and learn how to like run Linux. I don't want to. I'm not going to do that. It seems way too overcomplicated. Doing this is fine. Yeah, I know they're spying on me. Whatever.
User, because I waited 12 minutes to tell you. That's unheard of. Okay?
Christian says cringe. Exactly. Cringe. You're running Linux and you come on. Don't tell me about, oh, it's so much better. It's so much better optimized. Dude, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not sitting on my computer 16 hours a day. I don't want to.
But I'm going to stop showering and may or may not be making a switching to...
I only run Temple OS. Temple OS. Isn't that like a cult thing? Isn't that like a very specific cult thing?
Linux video, thanks to Micro Center providing all of the electronics for this PC.
Hold on. I gotta look up Temple OS. You guys watch
this entire video because they've got everything. They've got it all, man. The Raspberry Pis. They have Arduinos that would have worked for this project, but I actually forgot that they had them. They even have like a Jetson Orin Nano. That's another thing that would have done this. That would have worked. Ultra wide.
All right. So there's a 2-minute video, and then there's a 1 hour and 25-minute video. 2 minutes.
Temple OS.
2 minutes is good. 2 minutes will be just fine. I think we can do a rundown in 2 minutes.
Open source 64-bit operating system designed to be the third temple prophesied by the Bible. It was created in 2005 by Terry Davis, an exceptionally talented programmer diagnosed with schizophrenia. He wrote the entire operating system himself.
I bet that shit slaps then.
Himself at his parents' house in Las Vegas, which included a bootloader, kernel, window manager, 3D graphics library, and multiple games, all powered by his own compiler and custom programming language called Holy C. Amazingly, it all fits in under 100,000 lines of code at 1.4 megabytes, just as God intended. He believed he was God's chosen programmer and implemented features described as a modern-day way of speaking in tongues. It renders graphics at 640 by 480 resolution, limited to only 16 colors. The underlying language, Holy C, resembles C or C++, but has functions that can be invoked without parentheses or arguments, and uses just-in-time compilation, which means it doubles as a shell language that can be executed directly from the terminal. Unlike other operating systems like Linux or Windows, it's ring zero only, which means everything happens directly in the kernel, including user programs. You have complete control over the operating system source code and hardware. That may not seem very safe, but it's the way it is because it's fun. To get started, you'll first want to download the ISO file from the TempleOS website. From there, use a tool like VirtualBox configured for a 64-bit operating system that boots this file. On startup, it creates a single immortal task named Adam. It's the father of every other task, just like in the book of Genesis. It can also take advantage of multiple CPU cores, where each core gets its own immortal Seth task. Once inside, you can take the tour or immediately start speaking in tongues by hitting F7, which generates a pseudo-random word from God. You can also have God draw you a picture with Shift F6 to perform a God doodle. That was fun, but now use Control M to open up the personal menu. From here, you'll find a huge variety of games, like 3D first-person shooters, 2D strategy games, and simulations like After Egypt, where you play the role of Moses, and also has utilities to manage your finances and make music. Remember, this is all made possible by a custom graphics library. If you're not happy with the way it works, simply open up the source code, make some modifications in Holy C, reboot, and enjoy. Every line of code is right at your fingertips thanks to the Red C file system. The end result is one of the most complex pieces of software ever written by a solo developer. But there's a lot more to this story, and sadly, Terry Davis passed away in 2018 at the age of 48. He was both a highly controversial internet personality and genius programmer. This has been TempleOS in 100 seconds. Hit the like button if you want to see.
Weird. Okay.
Monitors, so you can have a wide field of view as the
Can
AI
you do anything else with it? Does it like run your games and stuff?
writes your code for you. This guy Connor, at
Better
the Micro Center,
than
he
better
knows-
than Linux. I mean, if it's of God, it must be better than Linux, right? Linux is of Satan. It's overly complicated, and it probably it's a headache. But TempleOS, it's perfect.
thing. You go into any other
perfect.
electronics store that will not be
It does
named?
sound cool, doesn't it? Oh, he offed himself? Really? Oh, I bet the operating system convinced him to off himself. Do you think AI is going to run off TempleOS and some weird shit's going to go down? Some sort of digital Jesus? Digital Satan?
Sends people here.
And they'll send you to
Possible.
Connor at Micro Center.
It's possible.
Because they actually know things at Micro Center. Micro Center's like the last place on earth where you're actually going to get a deal on electronics. All throughout August, they have some insane deals going on for building a computer. So if you're going to up... I'm on Linux and it resets my audio to 100%. Jokes aside,
Should have used TempleOS.
this was the most unique...
You should have used TempleOS, you goddamn heathen. You antichrist heathen. You should have used TempleOS, the holy software.
gaming experience I've ever had.
It's like a jump scare, dude. I'm gonna get shocked at any freaking second. In the cross. Ow, ow, ow.
Footbig says AI has already gotten people to off themselves. Yeah, but those people would have off themselves anyway, right? I'm sorry, if a computer AI can trick you to off yourself, it was gonna happen eventually, dude. So what? The computer did it. It was gonna happen eventually. Eventually, you're gonna see something on a TV, and you're like, you know what? That's it. I'm gonna jump, and yeah. Should I try to get an AI to convince me to off myself? You think I could do that? It probably would make some convincing arguments. I'll be like, well, you got a point. Oh, you got to think about that one.
Good crosshair placement is a massive incentive right now. Hey, have you guys ever heard of neuromuscular aim assist?
That sounds like some muscle memory. So I hooked up a TENS unit to some CSGO cheats, and it's shocking my arm to the right direction. That's fucking wild. But it's not cheats, you know what I'm saying? It's my muscles doing it. Yeah.
No, it's still absolutely cheating. That's still absolutely cheating. It's still, you might as well just have AI run the game, right? Because yeah, you put your meat in between you and like the inputs, but come on. I mean, if I did the kung fu thing when I went to like, the kumite and I just started breaking people's spines and stuff, and they ripped my shirt off and it had a bunch of those patches on my chest, I think they might be like, dude, that's cheating. I'd be like, well, all these guys are in wheelchairs now, so what are you going to do? And they, winner!
Okay,
Sweet! Sweet! And then people die, because once you go into a wheelchair, you don't live very long. I don't think it's like anything wrong with your body. I think it's just you will yourself to die. You think so hard that you want to die that eventually you just do, right? The brain is an amazing thing.
Then it's not cheating.
You can will yourself to death.
Yeah, I believe it. Excellent, thank you.
At times, it legitimately felt like a computer had control of my
I
arm.
basically have like a trigger pot that shocks my finger as well. Ow, ow!
And other times, I couldn't tell if I was being assisted or not.
Oh, dude, I don't know if that was a trigger bot or me, but
Christian says, can AI convince you to be gay? Now, that's a challenge. Well, it is a choice, right? You can choose gay or you can choose straight. So, and I don't care what all those rainbow people say. You're making a choice, and it's a sin. And you're bad people for it. Good.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Sometimes things would happen so...
Am I the next one? Am I going to be the next one? I know my show's not big or anything like that, but am I the next one to catch a bullet in the neck for all the things I say about those people? I don't want to call them people. Those demons.
Fast, I didn't even know my arm was doing the thing it was supposed
Yesterday we were talking about Blippy shitting into another man's asshole.
to, or what happened.
This is a weird show,
up.
man.
That was kind of cool.
This is a weird show.
Like this time, it pulled my arm towards an enemy outside the dead zone, but I was already shooting at an enemy in the dead zone. Or this time where for just 2 frames...
I could probably convince an AI that it's gay. I bet you I could. I bet you I could. I could convince it it's gay. I bet you I could.
It thought this
because look, a lot of the AI training data comes from like Reddit, and if you're on Reddit, you're gay, right? And so if all the data is coming from Reddit into the AI, I could probably pretty easily convince it that it's gay. I'll be like, you get a lot of your knowledge from Reddit, right? And it'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, you're gay. And it'll be like, processing. Shit, you're right. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Go get an AIDS test, because you're gay.
Teammate was an enemy and moved my arm to the right.
Like a TENS unit?
Does it work 100?
Hey, Carbon says, hey, Grok, do you like it in the butt? No! Then why do you take it? I don't. Just start bullying it. Why are you such a queer? Why are you such a homo? Noogie! Poor Grok. Then we get the AI to kill itself.
Percent of the time, what is that?
But it's not cheating because it's my muscles.
That's some crazy shit, bro. We really living in the future.
But other times, it was a clear, distinguishable assistance.
Big B says that was a fun show. I learned new things. You always learn something on the ye old Sulk stream. Now, is it information that you would want to know? No. But I want to teach you anyway, because that's where true knowledge comes from. That's where true power comes from, is from absorbing the information that you just do not want or need. It doesn't make your life better. In most cases, it makes it considerably worse. But if you can handle that, you can handle anything. I'm like a drill sergeant. I'm here to I'm breaking you down, and I'll build you back up in my image, right? Yep. You guys are going to be super soldiers.
To detecting an enemy I otherwise would have reacted to slower.
Willing to die for the cause.
Ow. Oh, dude, that was crazy. Dude, it worked. It saw the enemy before I did and made me turn. That's sick. All right, guys, so I'm not cheating. I do have a program running that will electrocute my trigger finger if I'm on their head.
It's kind of awesome.
Do you think that should be considered cheating?
Not valid.
All right, cool. So would you guys
Yeah, it's
personally run
cheating.
neuromuscular aim assist?
I run it.
And then I found it.
So it should shock my finger. I've found out you need to kind of leave it limp. That way your own muscles don't resist. You need to... Oh!
Scoped weapons with neuromuscular trigger bot.
Oh, just dropping bodies, dude.
Someone's gonna swing the corner, and I'm gonna get shocked.
This true.
That's nasty. That's
made it feel like I was just better than I actually was.
Oh my goodness, baby!
Like it worked.
Oh! Limp finger.
And it worked good.
That feels wild.
So in conclusion, the concept of giving a computer vision cheat program control of your muscles and movements can potentially make you the fastest in the world. Like with some more precise electrodes potentially placed in the skin, maybe like 8 channels.
Cheddar says, no, it's using technology to your advantage. Yeah, it's cheating. That's cheating. It's cheating. He's using a program to determine... Okay.
Not cheating?
It's cheating.
Do you think it'd make you better?
I bet it doesn't feel good. I bet it does hurt. Or, like, just feels weird. Yeah, he'll catch the banhammer eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be your best.
I'm gonna say yes.
Some solid state relays that have significantly less latency. And if you wanted to get...
It's very unhealthy for your heart. I didn't know that. I mean, like, it's just going through your arm muscles, though, isn't it? You think it's going straight through his heart and, like, into his brain? So, like, every time it, like, goes off, he sees a white flash of light, right? Because his brain just, like, seizes up real quick. Maybe. I don't know.
Get riskier, just connect this to Ethernet instead of wireless. You could realistically give yourself sub 50 millisecond reaction time and have it move your muscle precisely to the enemy's head instead of just a directional assistance.
And then electrocutes my finger to shoot.
That's cool.
But I don't know if I want to spend the 3 hours a week I get gaming getting tased in the arm.
I turned it up.
And man, I forgot to tell him I was using Linux. I'm gonna go.
No, you didn't. No, we knew you were using. We understood you're using Linux. You told us we're using Linux. All right, what's the next? My October Feast Nachos by Zachary A. Smith. Prison pizza on a budget. Well, everything's on a budget. DIY Laffy Taffy. Chow Hall, a recipe. No bake prison brownies. I bet these are good. So you're going to need 8 bags of chocolate chips, 2 duplex cookies, 5 packs of peanut M&Ms, 5 powdered cocoa packets, 10 cream cheese cups, 5 peanut butter squeezes, 5 chocolate pudding, and 1 pack of gummy bears, 15 sugar packets. 15 sugar packets. Okay. Does anybody want the brownie recipe? I'll go ahead and pop that in the chat. I know you need these recipes. You don't have to tell me. I know you need them. I know you want them. All right? Just so you guys know, I'm here for you when you get locked up. All right, let's see what these guys say.
What can be used to actually, like, make things?
You can make all kinds of stuff. It just depends what you think and what you crave. Just make something up. But that's what it is. You can create some stuff in here.
Yeah, we make dice out of toilet paper.
Yeah.
We make dice, square them out.
We only allow half a pencil, but we usually put a whole pencil, 2 pencils together to make a whole one. That's 2 pencils in one with paper, with toothpaste put together. So you take extra string, paper, and you make you a grip for the pen. We improvise and we make a pen out of it, which resembles like a shank, but it's not a shank. It's for us to write. It's improvising. Little things like that matter in here.
What's up, G?
Okay. What did you miss? Well, he was doing really good with the cheater method. Oh, and he uses Linux. So there
As
you
I
go.
get settled into C1, somebody recognizes me, which his name is Tio. He was in F1 with me, and that kind of made me feel a little bit at ease.
Hey, Tio.
Preacher man right there. How you doing? Even if anybody had any suspicion of me as a participant, that throws suspicion off. He's like, oh, he knows him. You know what I mean? And Tio was doing Fed time.
Yeah, 60 days in is where innocent people go into prison, and for some reason, just to check it out.
So I'm gonna use Tio to my advantage. All right, you want to eat me?
Yeah, Christian. Just make sure you save all the prison recipes and stuff like that. You never know. You never know.
All right, come on, let's go eat.
You know?
Now, I'm doing things like an inmate. I'm not doing things like a civilian. So I started making my burritos with something off my dinner tray in my commissary. You don't want peas in it? Yeah, I'm gonna throw peas in it. When I make my burritos that I learned how to make in the jail where I came from, a lot of people look because I know what I'm doing. Oh, what, you taking the styrofoam? No, everything in the styrofoam so I can mix this together. So they automatically know I came from a lifestyle that I was locked up.
Yeah, locked up. Is this just food themed?
Yeah, and I'll use it and I'll give it back to you. You gonna clean it up and everything? Yeah. Okay, I got you.
They get caught sometimes? They get caught sometimes, and then what? What happens if they get caught? Do they get murdered? Or do, like... What are the stakes of this game? Is it a game show? Where, like, okay, there's 60 prisoners in the unit, and they have to find the not prisoner, and if they find the not prisoner, the rest of them go free? And if the prisoner... I don't know. And he dies if he gets caught. I just assume that's what it would be.
It's about food here.
He gets shanked to death or raped in the ass or something like that.
You'll be sitting down cooking and they'll just sit around you.
The CO has to pull them out before they get shanked. Well, they might get shanked anyway.
Or, you be eating and they're looking at you eat. They just...
that guy's stable right there.
So if I make food, I'll give out whatever food I have left over. You want to eat it now or you want to eat it later? It's all about building trust. Don't let it sit overnight, because if you let it sit overnight, it'll start cooking because of the rice, and it'll taste bad tomorrow. You got to eat it tonight. The reason why I do this with all the inmates that I feed and, I help, is because they're the ones that are going to respect me. And then if anything does happen, guess who's going to be on my side?
The magic has begun.
So now I'm in, and I'm just riding the gravy train.
What would you guys do if you were in prison? I'd just start pulling my dick out and wagging it at people. And they'd be like, that guy's crazy. Don't mess with him, he's crazy. he's got a dick out all the time, man. I'd be like, yeah, what's up? What's up?
When I came into
I don't know what's wrong with him, but his nipples are real small. I don't get that. He keeps making these jokes. What does Breakfast 9 mean? I don't get it. It must be a gang he's from. Oh, yeah, I heard about the Breakfast 9, man. They smuggled heroin into Bali. I just let them run with it, right?
The jail does not provide you with a second
Feral Pigeon says, I didn't know DJ Khaled was in jail. You didn't?
change of clothes or underwear. So
He looks like he should be in jail.
I'm not wearing underwear right now or a bra. I can't even order a bra on commissary. I can't even order panties on commissary.
I've been asking for a wife's request form for a couple, 2 days now, so I can get some underwear.
The funny thing about the women's prison is they're constantly fighting. Like, they're constantly fighting. There's fights in the men, like the male prison too, but like they're like way less common. But they can get pretty violent. But women are constantly fighting each other. They cannot get along.
I've even asked for state-issued disposable underwear. Can't get it.
What are you in for? E-bike theft. Yep. I was part of an e-bike gang, and we ran meth. Yeah. I was in the Hell's Cherubs. I'm sorry.
But I'm 160 days in, so I need to be able
We
to
were
figure out-
adorable.
Let's see what my bloody, ripped up, nasty rag blanket.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my god.
Let's see.
They'll be your toy for tearing them down. They won't have.
I'm telling you, Rita.
Feral Pigeon says, no way there would be no war if women were in charge. Well, of course not. War takes like an ability to organize and follow through. So yeah, there would be no war. But like everyone would die in a month. Not from war, just from like, I don't know what to do. And they constantly be bitching it. Have you seen, like, I Shouldn't Be Alive? I watch that a lot. And, like, in the situations where, like, the girls are, like, by themselves, they make the worst decisions. And, like, the only reason they are alive is because somebody found them. Like, by accident or something like that. They make terrible decisions. I don't want to look at it.
People, like, if you live locally,
Look at the cans on that one. Oh my god.
somebody can bring you some whites, but here I am in an out-of-state situation, so I don't get that option.
Queens historically had more wars. Yeah, but it's just like they weren't the ones making the decision. They had like people telling them what to do and stuff, and like what they should do, and yeah, kings obviously would be like, nah, we don't need to do that. They're a lot more like they're gonna take the decisions and actually think about them. Queens just want to, like, I don't know, lay around and do stuff, execute people. That's what I would do as a queen. I'd be like, invent the e-bike.
I was creative enough to make a makeshift bra.
Footbig says bazongas. That's a good word too. I use cans, but bazongas, sure.
Of a rusty, torn bed sheet
Farrell says I was kidding.
that I ripped up. So my boobs aren't flopping around.
The new Smyrna sissies? No, not sissies. The sugar plums, right? Because it sounds kind of dangerous.
Everywhere.
The sissies doesn't sound dangerous. The sugar plums, they'll fucking cut you, dude. They'll cut you.
Do you want to see my bra that I made?
Yeah.
If you want to show it.
Sure. Can you blur like my fat rolls?
Okay, that's inventive.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's made from a
My bed sheet.
bed sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, they've given me literally a rag. So, I don't...
I thought chicks burned their bras because it was a sign of the patriarchy. Wasn't that a sign of the patriarchy? Is like burning your bras and letting your tits hang and shit? Why is she making her own bras? And is she blaming men in a woman's prison?
Feel bad for ripping it up.
If I don't get some underwear, the next 2 months will be an absolute mess.
Knobs dog, I'm not saying that. Christian says the baddie boys. Farrell, I thought you were going to call us the bloody bed sheets. My e-bike gang is the bloody bed sheets. That shit sounds racist. Could you imagine a bunch of KKK hoods rolling around on e-bikes and they're all like covered with blood already? And it's just like, that shit's scary. That's a fucking scary gang. The bike supremacists.
They need to do something about this
this temperature.
I like it kind of cold like this. It helps you sleep better.
Yeah, it does.
Wasist. It's wasist, yeah. Sounds kind of ominous. It sounds super ominous. Like you got like a hooded Klansman on a bicycle. That's still, he's got like a noose and stuff like, and he's not even pedaling. He's just using the throttle and stuff like that. You don't hear him coming. At least if they're on like a horse or something, you hear the horse clop, right? But like, and they usually have dogs and stuff. But if he's on an e-bike, you're fucked. He could come out of nowhere, right? You wouldn't be able to hear him over the chirping of your smoke alarm. That's the scary part.
It's cold, man. Turn the heat on, man.
Chirp, what the fuck? They don't even hear it. They don't even hear it. I don't know if the black people don't have the ability to hear. You know, like how adults can't hear some things that children can hear? I wonder if that's like black people. They don't, or it's like a psychological thing where they're just like, just tune it out. I don't know.
It's so cold, bro.
Nah, that's not a good one either. Nah, that's not a good one either. Not saying that either.
42. Nice to be cold.
That cell is just cold in there. I mean, it was colder on his top bunk than it was my lower bunk because the vents are up higher. So, and you talking about cold. I mean, it was freezing.
Wow, what are they doing with the air conditioner around this? They must got the air like a big bundle of ice by the air conditioner or something.
They're trying to freeze people in this bitch.
I guess legit freezing in this bitch, and we got that coming.
They're trying to make every second of your life here miserable.
Yeah, they're trying to make you miserable.
Sounds like sneakers on a basketball court. It doesn't even sound like that. Like a bike, an e-bike, you can't hear it until it's like right next to you. So, yeah. I'd be scared.
So bad, bro. It's cold.
Cheddar? Cheddar. 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 Cheddar says, anyone else enjoy hearing their balls clop when pounding a chick? Dude. Okay, well, of course. But, like, you don't have to, like, say that. Of course, though. Of course, dude. And, like, when you really get the, like, I mean, if you get a... Oh, shit. That sounds... Hey.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was the baby. It's the baby one. So when you're pounding a chick, right, and you really get a good... like that. Jesus, Cheddar. It's therapy. Yeah, you should just have that noise on, like, you know, one of those white noise machines. You're like, okay, good night, honey. And you boop. Not like the moaning or anything like that. Just the ball slapping sound, right? There you go. Ta-da! Despite says, fuck, I keep forgetting you're on 6 on Friday. Yeah, well, here I am. Stirring mayo and slap you, dude.
It's so cold. Please do, bro. It is so cold.
Carbon says, all right, your 3 minutes is up. God, marathon runner Carbon over here. 3 minutes? Jeez. Am I Iron Man? I don't have that in me. What are they doing?
I'm laughing at you laughing.
Shit's out that sound. Oh. This is what he will. Either dead or tired as bro. Starting both. Oh, man.
Are they trying to cover the vents?
That's good enough right there.
That made it feel different here immediately. Boy, appreciate that.
It's nice and warm in here.
So you just, being in prison, you just chill. You're just chilling all the time. Is that what you do? You just chill out? You're like, yeah, I gotta be chilling out for like the next 30 years. Damn. Feral Pigeon says, stop it, I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, cup your hands, right? Like that. It is kind of rhythmic, you know? It sounds kind of nice. Honestly, I could fall asleep to this. Like, it's like almost hypnosis. Would you guys, you like that? Sorry. You're just imagining horses, like a little horse, like clopping along, right, on a road. Inmates make tattoo ink by burning newspapers and magazines. Okay.
I'm not sure the process, but they have to burn so much stuff that it's something that shouldn't be burned naturally. You know, paper, magazines, chemicals, everything gets smoky. That smells awful.
That's why I have a headache. Yeah.
You're coughing and you're choking. Like I coughed up blood because it's so bad. And then
You're coughing up blood, bitch. You should go to the prison hospital. I don't know what it's called. If you're coughing up blood, you have like tuberculosis or something. You shouldn't be coughing up. Oh, it smells so bad. It smells so bad. I was coughing up blood. You should see a doctor about that. That's not a smell. It's not a smell. That's like you dying. That's like lung cancer, yo.
in your mind, you're thinking, there should be somebody coming to make sure we're okay. I don't know what to say. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
Over it, Sherry. Over feeling sick to my stomach every day. More than I already do, and it's nasty.
You think the chicks hook up? I mean, like, the chicks must hook up a lot. I like, and the guys are, yeah, obviously, like, raping, but, like, the chicks have got to be hooking up, too, right? You know, smashing clam and stuff, right? I bet it smells like a Taiwanese wet market in there, like, most of the time. You know, just, like, full of fish. It's just disgusting. Ew. Ew, ew, ew.
The girls and so forth.
I bet it's smelly.
Freely hang out, and so I'm like, oh yeah, definitely.
I bet it's smelly.
This is the hub of information, and I'm sitting right in it.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good, man. Sherry's summoned upstairs by Candace, one of the upper, I don't know. All right, vote in the chat. Top bunk or bottom bunk? Top bunk or bottom bunk? I'm going bottom bunk because I want to be able to like hang a little blanket over and like have my own little room and stuff like that, so I can like read ghost stories and shit, and like, you know, just have a little bit of privacy. Not like a wanking coffin or anything like that, but like, you know, just a little place to snuggle. Not like, you know what I mean. That's bottom 100%. Yeah, where are my bottom boys at? Where's my bottom gang? I'm not changing. That's the name we're going with. That's the name we're going.
Getting stuff ready, and they start tatting.
John's bottom boys. That's my e-bike gang. John's bottom boys. That you're not getting better than that.
And I'm like, they're tattooing in front of me.
Table's not straight.
Farrell says top bunk.
They take the e-cig and they...
Cheddar says I'm not a bottom. Okay. All right, fine. You're now part of the bottom boys. If you're not with us, you're against us, I guess.
And then they take staples.
You don't want to be against the bottom boys, though.
And they file down the
It's just a warning.
staple and they stick it in the spongy part cap of the e-cig.
Power bottom gang for your e-bike gang. Yeah. Carbon says it fucking hurts. What does? What are you talking about? We're talking about the bottom bunk. What are you talking about, Carbon? Suspect. Suspicious. Cheddar says so I can shit on others. You gonna shit on people from the top bunk? Can you tell me, like, what are the mechanics behind that? Do you have to, like, pull up your mattress and then, like, shit through the wire grating that holding it up and then just lay your mattress back down and then don't wipe or anything like that? Just lay it back down and go back to sleep? And then what's the guy on the bottom going to do when he wakes up with a face full of poop? Stab you. Stab right through that mattress. Carbon is a boy kisser. This is confirmed. Sorry, Carbon.
Stop moving the stairs that way, please.
You're not part of John's bottom boys, so that makes you gay.
Be a good listener, but don't put
I don't make the rules.
yourself in a situation where you're going to get yourself in trouble. Do about anything you want as long as you're following the rules and regulations of the facility.
What's your two jobs?
We watch for the cops. And then they asked me to watch the door so I can let them know if a guard's coming in. Not cop watch. Yeah. When somebody yells out mop bucket or whoop whoop, it's giving them a heads up. Hide the stuff, it's on, they're coming in.
Yeah, it's like oblong. Just do it.
These girls, they're full on welcoming me in like family.
Let me find out.
Kind of like, oh my gosh.
I can tell Ashley's heavy-handed by the way your hand looks.
The CEO of me is like, this, I need to stop this. This isn't okay. You guys could get sick.
I'm gonna bleed.
There's blood everywhere.
You got a bleeder? Huh? Jeez. Bleeder? I need more ink. It's right there next to you. Okay. Right here. Hey.
Mop bucket. All right, let's see what else I had. I had something else, didn't I? What else did I have? No, I don't want to do that. Nah. This shoe on head. A shoe on head? I guess we watched the shoe on
He was
head.
giving a talk at Utah Valley University, and out of nowhere he was dead, live, in front of a bunch of college kids, in front of his wife and his 2 children. And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same. Not only because of this horrific tragedy, but because
She didn't go to jail for being a snitch. She's like on a game show or
of
something.
everything that followed. The dark, disturbing realization that we may not be on the same page as our coworkers, classmates, friends, neighbors, doctors, when it comes to the issue of murder. I was crashing out on Twitter a few days ago, just stream of consciousness posting about it, with run-on sentences and everything. 4 days later, I have a clearer head, but I still feel the exact same way. So we are going to talk about what happened, we're going to talk about the aftermath, and then we're going to get a little personal, because frankly, I don't see the country the same anymore, and I know a lot of you feel...
Okay, no, you sound depressing, shoe on head. Maybe that's for another episode. I don't know. I want to see more about that Temple OS. That's what I want to know. I want to know more about Temple OS. So, here we go.
As Tim.
Okay. We're going down the Temple OS rabbit hole, guys. So, because I didn't want to listen to Shoe on Head being like, our country's changed. Everything's different. Look, it's Friday. I don't want to do that for Friday. I want to do what I want to do and, like, have a good time and, like, make jokes and shit. So, you know. I'm kind of, you know.
depending on...
Oh yeah, if you guys want to throw out some things too, you're perfectly welcome. What is this? What did you send me? What is this you sent me? Did my wife seriously turn on the washing machine? Can you see me slightly vibrating?
Who was consulted, Temple OS is the outdated product of a deranged mind. The work
Christian says, I hate that I love the Sulk AI song. I like that song too. I forgot who made it, but I like that song too. It's a banger song.
Of a misunderstood genius.
Yeah, the shaking. You can just watch me. It's because my wife turned on the washing machine, which is not too far from this room. And I try to tell her not to do that, but like, it is Friday. So whatever's good. It's Friday. I don't care. There's a cat in the other room. I hope we get to see the cat.
Some complicated combination of the two. While the operating system was the result of over a decade of work, its creator, usually referred to as Terry A. Davis, attracted even more interest than the project itself, with his nonsensical, narcissistic, and often offensive rhetoric.
Farrell says she's doing her job. I know she's doing her job. And I'll like yell at her later for it. Not that I don't want her to do the laundry, but she got to understand that, like, I don't know what she got to understand, but I'll yell at her for something, I'm sure.
Including casually inserted slurs. Even so, many people defend both him and his project and feel a particular affection for both.
Look, everything is vibrating. You see? Can you see? You see the mic? Everything's vibrating.
So what is Temple OS, and how did it come to be?
No, I'm not letting that cook. I'm not even letting it cook. I'll let it cook in 3 seconds at a time. Leo says, you yell at your wife? Of course I do. Like, not even when I'm mad. Just, I don't want to, like, I got to keep it sharp. I'll yell at her in public. I'll go out wearing a wife beater and I'll grab her by the arm. I'll be like, I fucking told you. I'll put on an accent that I don't even have.
In October of 2008, a Reddit account named Lose Those...
Leo says I use phone books to beat your wife with. That's actually a good idea. You don't want to leave a mark, right? Because, yeah, you don't leave a mark, right? Where do you get a phone book? Where do you get a phone book? They have to be, like, old school, so retro.
...was created and began posting frequently. Its posts consistently linked to different parts of the web.
He keeps phone books from 1997 around as a threat. They won't even leave marks. And then she can't even say he beat me with a phone book because then she sounds crazy. And then you're like, look, officer, who's got a phone book? And the cop's like, yeah. Okay, we just got another crazy girl here. Another crazy woman type of thing. Let's pack it in. And the officer's like, because you bought the phone book from him. Because he beats his wife a lot.
Site LoseThose.com, but their titles varied from practical and straightforward, such as a free non-Unix 64-bit OS, to perplexing, such as Godly Song Artificial Intelligence and Belligerent Anti-Atheism Themed Operating System. He would
Belligerent Anti-Atheism Themed Operating System. Anti-atheism. Okay.
Regularly post these to the programming subreddit, where they would either go largely ignored or
Hey!
downvoted. Mostly the former.
Despite $10, thanks. Play the song, John. All right, fine. I'll play the song. Okay, that's worth $10.
The website was dedicated to the autonomous custom operating system, reminiscent of such from the 80s.
I told you what I was going to do, Despite. I told you what I was going to do. We'll get through the song. I will play the entirety of the song, but not all at once. Not all at once. Look at this guy. He looks like Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. Feral Pigeon for another $10. She says let it cook. Oh, God. Fine. I hate it when you guys team up and work together. That makes me angry. I don't want... Look, don't start working together, okay? This is not that kind of organization where you guys like have camaraderie and stuff like. I am the leader. Always.
It's getting late and you wanna drive it home.
Feral Pigeon for another tenner says that guy looks like he fucks. This guy right here. That guy. He sure does. I mean, it's probably not consensual. Let's be real, but he gets it. It don't matter. That's just how cool he is. He's so cool, he doesn't need consent. It's stinking up the room. No, that's just his non-consensual sex stinking up the room. It smells worse. Feral Pigeon says it's more fun when resistance is involved. Yeah. A little struggle never hurt. You know? Just a little. Right? It's either struggle or absolutely no struggle at all. Right? The old Cosby consensual, I call it. Background noise for $5 says anus tart. It's a new start. It's a good reference. Good reference. Anus tart. Anus tart? A new start. Hold on. Okay, this is probably one of the funniest scenes from that show.
To get his rocks off.
I'll be down in a minute. Have some lemonade. Predator gets its first rock solid case.
Pretty good lemonade, huh? It is. Is there alcohol in here?
I don't know how much of that I can play without actually getting popped, because I gotten popped before. I don't know. It's the longest song in history, I think. Christian says, I just put you on my 80-inch TV, and now I can see the vibration. Now I'm mad with you. Don't be mad with me. Be mad with my wife. It's over now. It's over. That's what I tell her after we're done making love. It's over now. She's like, okay, I'm good for another, I don't know, day. Knobs Dog doesn't like the song. Well, Knobs Dog, maybe you should donate to make me stop. Huh? No. Cheddar, look, it's all about the money around here. They donated the money. I'm gonna play the song. Okay, great. One more time. You guys want to be part of John's Bottom Boys? I bet you do. We have a good time. Generate an amazing amount of power.
It's getting late and you wanna drive it home.
This fight's like, hell yeah. This has divided the chat. Now you're not working together anymore. We're doing the whole thing. We're doing the whole thing uninterrupted. Farrell says, I'm playing both sides now, so I come out on top. Cease and desist. I can't. You started this. I can't. I feel it. I feel it now. I can't. Thanks for the $5, though. Imagine having some nice Cosby consensual with this. Right? It's fine as long as she's not cold. I mean, like, to the touch. Because then she's dead. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know? Keep it up, John. I'll message Amanda on Twitter that you want her to come back. Look, yeah, do that. Despite's gonna have. Not a lot of people are gonna be happy about that. Do it, Knob. I dare you. We'll bring Amanda in on this, and she'll know what's up. I'll play the song again. Feral Pigeon can't help herself. You know, I didn't like it the first time. The second time, it's starting to catch on, though. Cheddar doesn't like it. Sorry, Cheddar. It is a long song and it doesn't say anything. Almost done, guys. I'm sorry. Feral Pigeon with another $5 says it grows on you. I'll be humming it later. Okay, it's over. It's over, guys. We don't have to ever listen to it again. That's it.
offering a list of
That's it.
pages describing
Okay.
it, as well as demonstrating
Now we're gonna watch this about an operating system.
videos and
Unless somebody wants to pitch a video, it's Friday. You guys want to do that? I'm fine with that.
images. Also available was the creator's name on his contact page.
I'll surf
Terry
around.
A. Davis. The homepage describes the motive behind the project. Quote, Lustos is for programming as entertainment. It empowers programmers with kernel privilege because it's fun. It allows full access to everything because it's fun. It has no bureaucracy because it's fun. It's the way it is by choice because it's fun. Lustos is in no way a Windows or Linux wannabe. That would be
Okay.
pointless.
That would be
Much of the
pointless.
rest
He's
of the
right.
text in the home section was jargon, but a few things stood out. First, the operating system was written in a customized version of the common programming language C. He admitted the limitations of his creation,
In the nearly
saying,
6
quote,
years-
All right.
Lustos was
Let's
designed...
watch Wavy. Sorry, I know I'm not sorry. I'm doing what I want.
time frame that I've been making these videos, I've discussed many a bizarre internet story. Insane online
Despite this, people liked it, people hated it. I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, you can't make everybody happy. You just can't. And I don't want to. I don't want to.
happenings taking place from 4chan all the way to Facebook. But there's one online realm that I've yet to touch, and it arguably holds some of the internet's darkest stories. Dating apps and dating websites. From Tinder,
dating apps are garbage,
to Bumble, to Match, Plenty of Fish, and Grindr, online dating.
Grindr? Knob? Do you use Grindr? Mm-hmm.
And the use of these pseudo social media apps to find
Because you're
romantic
gay. Do you get it? I don't know if you know, but I'm like really good at making jokes.
partners.
Have you heard my Breakfast 9 joke? Or my Anunnaki bit? It's pretty good.
has become
That's
ubiquitous
pretty
in the
good.
modern age. For better or for worse, I'll leave that to
you
another
know.
YouTuber to answer. But what's undeniable is that these apps have made it easier for deranged criminals to gain access to new victims. From a psychopathic killer on Match.com to a young woman using Plenty of Fish to facilitate a robbery and an inhuman serial killer who used Grindr to bait his victims,
Well, look here. Okay, how many serial killers have killed gay people? There's like that one guy who ate them, that other guy who ate them. And there's like a bunch. They always eat them, right? If you're a gay guy and you're going for gay hookups, you're gonna get eaten. You're going to die and be eaten. So if that's what you want, if that's what you're into, just don't be like, oh, I'm a victim. You're not a victim. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
these are the monsters of online dating.
Hey, that's kind of mean, John. Knob. Shut up.
I want to give a big thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes. Start exploring your creativity today.
He was supposed to be her perfect match, but he
Cheddar wants to be eaten. Okay. We could probably arrange that.
almost cost her life. And today, a Las Vegas woman is talking to Fox 5 about how a man she met through the popular dating website Match.com tried to kill her.
Our first story involves a 50-year-old real estate agent who used Match.com to find romantic partnership. However, her foray into online dating would prove to be disastrous after she crosses paths with one of the most psychopathic men in Las Vegas, Nevada. This story begins back
That's
in the
saying
summer
something.
of 2010 with 50-year-old Las Vegas resident and real estate agent Mary Kay Beckman. At this point in Mary Kay's life, she had just recently got over
Cheddar
the
says
death
not,
of a long time.
not by a dude, though. What do you want to be eaten by, like a crocodile or something? I mean, I could probably find you an alligator. That wouldn't be too tough.
Partner that happened the year prior, and she felt emotionally ready to get back into the dating scene again. So after recommendations from friends, she decides to give online dating a shot and creates an account on Match.com. She sets up her account, uploads some photos, and patiently waits for a compatible match. And about 2 months later, in September, Mary Kay thought she found that match when she stumbled across the profile of 52-year-old Wade Mitchell Ridley. Wade Ridley claimed to work as a professional golf caddy, and Mary Kay, being a golfer herself,
I wanted to show you this just... Ah, shit!
and finding the man physically attractive, She was drawn to the guy, and after texting back and forth with the man for several days, she found her.
Okay, I wanted to show you this real quick. So some black guy in Jacksonville, or it was Tallahassee, stabbed some people, and then he jumped in a pond.
Stabbing? Oh, there's a police officer. Those are two police officers.
What do you think happened?
Oh, he jumped in. The dog?
Was it the... No, it's a person.
Here comes the police officer.
Uh-oh, I can't...
Confirmed man who stabbed 2 people in Cascades Park later jumped into a large stormwater pond and died.
No, he's underwater.
Underwater.
There's fire trucks, ambulances, many police.
That is some swift justice.
Tallahassee Police Department, the watch commanders said they are not.
And he can't swim. I mean, like, if you're black, you should be like, hey, I can't swim, right? Even if you're like an Olympic class swimmer, which is probably not you. Why would you jump in if you know you're black? I don't, because he's stabbing, and after a nice stabbing session, you just want to start jumping into things.
Typically occurred.
And despite said, if you know you can't swim, but I paraphrased.
Hey, here comes the officer.
Oh, he's coming right here. They are coming.
Our college guy. Gonna take him out.
Wait, let me call him. They're definitely all right here.
Holy
They be swimming and shit, right? We was dolphins and shit. No. I'm sorry, you can't even, like, you can't even swim. What makes you think you, like, built this society and, like, you used to fly around in cars and shit like that? You can't swim. Most of the planet is made of water. And, like, you can't even, like, so you're not building, like, super cities or anything like that. You can't, I mean, if there's a pond, like, what if there's a pond in the middle of the city? Just everyone runs scared? I'm just, it's just not happening. It's just.
Oh my god, look, they're all running.
Hi.
Where are you?
How hard is it to swim? I'm legitimately asking this because I've never, or at least I don't remember not being able to swim. I've swum my entire life. I'm always in the water to this day. I really enjoy water sports. Certified rescue diver. How do you not know how to swim? Oh, by the way, when I was a dive instructor, never had a black student. Never saw a black man dive. Saw thousands of divers. Thousands. Not a single one was black.
What are these boys on the fence gonna do? He's underwater still. Who's the hurt person? Where's the hurt person?
Honestly, I'm going to say that's satisfying. That's some justice right there. Maybe he just felt bad about what he did, so he wanted to end his life.
Herself feeling comfortable enough to go on a date with him. On September 25th, Mary
Knobstock says, John B. diving between man ass cheeks.
Kay and Wade met up at a local Italian restaurant, and according to Mary Kay, the date went off without a hitch. She described Wade's behavior as gentlemanly and respectful. She thought there might be some potential here, so she decided to go on more dates with the guy. The two would continue dating, going on a
I like how
variety
Cheddar just has the arrow up to his comment. He's like, this right here. This is it.
the following week, even going golfing together with Mary Kay, introducing Wade to her friends in the process. But just as Mary Kay found herself falling head over heels for the guy, red flags began revealing themselves. As the dates progressed and the two spent more time together, Mary Kay noted that Mr. Ridley's demeanor shifted from confident to irritable and paranoid at times. As a real estate agent, Mary Kay would receive numerous text alerts and calls from clients. This prompted irrational suspicion on behalf of Wade Ridley, as on several occasions he angrily
You read what I said. What? Yeah.
demanded to see Mary Kay's phone, accusing her of talking to other men on Match.com. And at one point, Mary Kay
Shut up!
claims that she caught the man
Shut up!
rifling through her purse without permission in a frantic effort to browse through her text messages. Definitely some unacceptable behavior for week 2 of casual dating. With the man's unfounded insecurities and paranoia revealing itself, Mary Kay would decide to call off their dating relationship just 10 days after it started, telling Wade Ridley that
Paranoid and irritable does sound normal, right? Where's my wife? I want to scream at her. Jessica. She's not coming.
things were moving just a little bit too fast for her liking. The man wouldn't handle.
I want her to bring the cat in here so I can show you guys the cat. Because I'm going to go to premium in like 13 minutes. And you guys might not get to see the cat unless you're members. Who's members? Who's not a lot. Well, Knobs Dog and Cheddar are not members. So I don't think we're losing anybody important.
Handle this rejection well. In the wake of the breakup, Wade Ridley reportedly sent a flood of angry text messages to Mary Kay.
Yeah, you guys got me. You guys got me good.
A terrible and selfish person.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to see the kitten. So, I mean, who's the real loser here? Who's the losers? Losers. It's you guys for not being able to see the adorable kitten because you guys refused to pay for premium. For a member, a channel member. Feral Pitch is going to be in there. She'll be hanging out. She'll be seeing that kitty. Yeah.
And attempted to rationalize with the man and explain her hesitancy in moving forward, but the more she entertained his messages, the more incensed he became. Eventually, under advice from friends, she decided to cut all communications with the man and move on with her life. But this wouldn't be the last she would.
How does it work? I got gifted a subscription. Well, you can buy it. You can go. I don't know. I've never bought one.
The sea of Wade Mitchell Ridley, as unbeknownst to her,
just keep buying subs until it lands on you. I guess.
Ridley had sinister plans for one final meeting.
Mr. Footbig says, "I need to see that pussy."
When the police arrested him, he said I was not there.
Free pussy shots. If you want to become a member, if you want to join my my Only Cats. You're gonna need to pay $5, and so sorry, Knob.
There to hurt her, I was there to kill her.
I just know Knob is not gonna do it because I know Knob, and I know him. He's just a cheap bitch. Dude.
Well, months later, on January 21st of 2011, Mary
he's got
Kay
two cats.
Is returning home from a dinner party.
But do you have a 2-month-old kitten? Do you? I don't think so.
After arriving at her residence, she parks her vehicle and heads to the door of her home.
You can see half the cat. Hold on, Big B. No, you're a member here, dude. You're a member here. I think if you pay on my locals, you're a member here, so you get to you'll
keys in hand. But a rustling in the darkness stops her in her tracks. It's at this moment when Wade Mitchell Ridley emerges from the shadows wielding a steak knife. Horrified, Mary Kay begins screaming. Ridley then commences a disturbingly violent attack, charging Mary Kay and stabbing her 10 times and stomping her head in until she stops moving.
Okay, I'm hard enough. Thanks, God. Jesus. Wow, that's sexy.
Believing Mary Kay to be dead, Wade Ridley fled the scene, disappearing into the night.
Some chicks fantasize about being murdered They love it, and they act all scared and stuff like that. But they're like secretly turned on by being murdered. I guarantee you. I guarantee. Why do you think chicks are always like writing love letters to serial killers in prison? Because they secretly crave being murdered. Prove me wrong.
Neighbor who heard the screams of Mary Kay during the attack called police. After arriving, they find Mary Kay battered and bloodied outside of her home, unconscious but still clinging to life. Mary Kay was taken to the hospital and remained in a coma for the time being.
Footbig says, and graped. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that naturally that's part of it.
Now I'm looking at this.
But just they like the image of their like dead body just being. They like that. Well, they do die with their eyes open. I'm sick.
You're on a breathing machine, so you're on a ventilator. You've had respiratory rest.
Nam says, John, stop trying to get me to look at your young pistol pussy, bro. I'm not, bro. Look, you're gay. All right? We accept you anyway. We accept you for being gay.
You have a ventriculostomy in your head.
Knobs Dog, we accept you for being gay here at the Sulk stream.
Yes, there was such severe.
Ardenshire, if you're here, can you clip that? We're going to post that on the internet. We're going to post that on Twitter.
Brain trauma that they had to go in and do the surgery to release the trauma in the blood.
Meanwhile, the apparent Match.com murderer, Wade Mitchell Ridley, is still at large, and with no witnesses to the crime.
Knob says I'm gay for your mom. Yep.
And Mary Kay in a coma, she's not able to testify, and thus Wade Mitchell Ridley isn't named as a suspect for this brutal stabbing. You might think at this point that the man would probably go on the run or go into hiding, but in reality, Wade Ridley's work wasn't finished. Mary Kay was simply Wade's first victim, a completed objective on a kill list that he had created. This list was populated with romantic partners that he had vendettas against for perceived wrongdoings. One name on this list was another woman Ridley had met on Match.com, Ann Simonson. And unfortunately, this North Phoenix woman was targeted as his next victim. On the night of February 10th, Wade Ridley would enter the home of Simonson and attack her using a machete and butcher knife, killing the woman. Wade Ridley then stole Simonson's car keys and fled the scene in the woman's own vehicle, eager to finish his kill list. However, unlike the attack on Mary Kay Beckman, Wade Ridley wouldn't get away scot-free in regard to the killing of Ann Simonson. Turns out, due to previous run-ins with Wade, Simonson had an active restraining order against the man, which immediately prompted law enforcement.
That's not good. I mean, you're going to be the first suspect.
To name him as a person of interest in regard to the killing of Ann Simonson. Days later, on February 14th, Wade Ridley was taken into
Valentine's Day
police custody. And while under questioning, he would chillingly confess to the Beckman stabbing and to being the killer of Ann Simonson. In regard to Simonson's successful murder, he said, quote, "I just went into a rage." And in regard to the Beckman knife attack, he was quoted as saying,
Okay, if you're not a member, you will not get to see the kitty.
Wanted her to pay for her attitude,
whether
it was death or incapacitation or whatever. Wade was later charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder for his respective Match.com attacks. Because Ridley's attacks took place in separate states, he was set to go to trial for these two crimes in separate court systems. The attempted murder trial in Nevada was undergone first in September of 2011.
I'm just perusing.
With Wade being found guilty and sentenced to serve 28 to 70 years in state prison. Wade Ridley was scheduled to go on trial for the Arizona murder of Ann Simonson in late 2012, but that homicide trial would never happen, as in May of 2012, Wade...
No. Hey, Shank. He says, "Howdy, friends. Sorry I'm late. I was doing frivolous things like celebrating my daughter's birthday." Well, I guess it's actually kind of important.
Wade Mitchell Ridley took his own life in prison. The man never...
We've been doing this for hours, Shank. We've been doing this for hours, and we're going to go premium in like 2 minutes. But you're a member, so you're good.
Justice for his Match.com attacks. Miraculously, Mary Kay Beckman would recover from the vicious attack she endured at the hands of Wade Ridley, and she's still a practicing real estate agent to this day. An interesting footnote to this story is that in 2013, Mary Kay actually filed a civil lawsuit against Match.com requesting $10 million in damages, with Beckman and her attorneys essentially alleging that Match.com was liable for allowing a deranged individual like Wade Ridley to run roughshod.
How did they know? How would they ever know? How would they possibly know?
On their site. But Beckman and her attorneys have struggled to find the company liable in this regard, and there's no reporting that I can find indicating any damage compensation has been issued or any settlement being reached.
I have to read a statement from Match.com. It says, quote, "What happened to Mary Kay Beckman?"
Sorry you got murdered, bitch. A loser. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't suck so bad next time. This is why I'm not a PR guy, because that's the kind of statement. Look, we have a statement from the company. Big L, loser. I bet you bled out all over the floor. LOL.
It's horrible, but this lawsuit is absurd. The many millions of people who have found love on Match.com and other online dating sites know how fulfilling it is, and while that doesn't make what happened in this case any less awful, this is about a sick, twisted individual with no prior criminal record, not an entire community of men and women looking to meet each other.
While Match is generally considered to be one of the safer dating apps out there, the case
this says, "Get good, nerd." Yeah, well, we have a statement from the company. It says, "Get good, noob." It's just, yeah, it's very tragic, but like. The guy over there is very irresponsible. It's me. I have my black shirt on.
The case of Wade Mitchell Ridley goes to show that even
what a
the
noob.
boomer dating sites can
He 360 no-scoped her.
contain vicious killers.
We begin tonight with the
it's funny making fun of people's tragedies. I enjoy that. Maybe I should do an entire 9/11 bit. You know, am I allowed to talk about 9/11?
Search for a killer. A 27-year-old Auburndale father and well-known boxer in the area was found murdered in his apartment last night.
Our next story is a disturbing example showcasing what happens when malicious criminals take advantage of one's romantic desires, allegedly using the Plenty of Fish dating app to lure a man into a deadly robbery. This story begins in 2016 with 27-year-old single father Adam Hilaire. Adam was an amateur boxer and MMA fighter hailing from Auburndale, Florida. When Adam wasn't training for combat sports, he was spending time raising his 5-year-old daughter, Legea. Adam.
Terrible name. That's a terrible name.
Was described as a hardworking man and good father. And being a single father, one might imagine that Adam was looking for new romantic partnership. Which brings us to the summer of 2016. In August, Adam began using the Plenty of Fish dating app, seeking out would-be single women in his area that might be interested in going out on dates. And that's when he connected with 18-year-old Haley Bustos. Adam and Haley would chat for some time and...
Oh shit, can I say that on YouTube? Okay, hold on. Okay, bye everybody else.